Hello and a warm welcome back to the Celtic Forever podcast. Big weekend for Celtic, massive weekend, monumental, gigantic, whatever you want to say. It's just a very big game for Celtic. On Saturday, we're going to go over everything, the news, the rumours, team news, etc., etc. We've got John here to go over all of that. Let's say hello to John. How you doing?
All right, Xander, how are you?
Aye, I'm okay. How's the nerves for this one, John?
I'm all right. So far, so good. No nerves all week. Probably change. Wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. You know the usual. 6 hours to wait for the kick-off and all that.
That's
No
horrible.
nerves
That's
left.
horrible. I did it myself, to be honest. Let's get the housekeeping done. So hit like, share and subscribe, like I say. If you don't mind, that would help the channel out. And the competition for this week, the minute of the first goal we're looking for, the exact minute and the seconds. Put your seconds in there, give you a better chance of winning the prize. 2 guesses each into the comments section. And it's to win the Lubo Moravchik Legends frame print and a Celtic Forever ballpoint pen in the box set. There are two prizes this week we're giving away, John. And there's a wee bit of interest so far, so get your entries in.
Obviously, the entries stop before kick-off tomorrow. I'm sure the last thing in anybody's mind before kick-off will be, I better get my entry in.
Yeah, well, that's it, that's it. But there is a lot of entries in so far, so keep them coming, keep the entries coming in. It's just a wee bit of fun, obviously. Right, John, let's touch on wee
Aye,
bits of wee snippets of news, John, right? Just wee snippets here and there. There's nothing really been happening all week, really. So the only thing I've got here is Celtic are ready to table a bid for Ida, John. So would you think that bid should be, roughly? Would you think? 2 million, 3 million?
I think they're wanting about 5 million for Reader. Me personally, I don't think has he done enough to prove he's a £5 million striker? He looks pretty good, doesn't he?
I think he looks decent. I think he's scored a lot of vital goals for us this season. Could score a vital goal for us on Saturday in the Glasgow derby. You never know. I don't know about the 5. I think Celtic will try and get him for the 3, 3.5, possibly, maybe even 4. But you know what Celtic are like, John? They'll try and get the lowest possible price for this guy.
Oh, they'll bargain hunt it, aye. I don't know. I don't know if he's worth 5 million anyways, Under, to be honest with you. He has scored a lot of nice goals. Not a lot, but a few nice goals. He's quite decent at holding the ball up, I think. But is he worth 5 million, do you think?
It's a tricky one. Let us know what you think in the comments, folks. If you think Celtic should pay the 5 million for either, I'm thinking around about the 3, maximum 4. But let us know what you think in the comments. What do you think, John?
You've also got to remember it's 2024, £5 million in terms of professional football is not a lot of money, Xander. It is not a lot of money. But
No, that's true. That's true.
If you're talking Scottish football standards, it is a lot of money. But Celtic were spending more than that in players 20 odd years ago.
Yeah, but you've got to look at the quality of player as well. Back then, John, Chris Sutton, John Hartson, Neil Lennon, Alan Thompson, all these types of guys. You know, they were worth the big bucks back then. But you know, is 5 million run about the level for Reader nowadays? Do you think? I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. But anyway, Celtic are in talks anyway to sign him, John. And you're saying that they're wanting 5 million. I think Celtic will try and get him for run about the 3.
Aye, I think it'd be a good buy around about the £3.5 million mark. I think that'd be fair enough. I don't think he's £5 million worth of player, to be honest with you. No, yet anyway. Scored a few goals, good at holding the ball, but excuse me, no 5 million for me, Xander. No.
All right, John. Okie doke. Other wee bit of news was Daniel Kelly, the young Celtic player, came through the ranks there. He's rejected a contract, John Daniel Kelly. So obviously the contract talks are on hold just now. Celtic are going to look at it again in the summer, but the young man's rejected the contract.
Oh well, it's his decision, isn't it, to reject a contract. Must think he's worth more. A lot of these players get a bit above themselves, don't they? But if he rejects a contract, that's the boy's decision to reject it. But you know, it's very hard for young players as well to break through at Celtic, isn't it? So maybe he's thinking that way as well.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly, John. But they're going to look at it again in the summer. All right, John, that was all the variables that happened through the week, apart from the spat between Brendan Rodgers and Clements, or Clement, whatever his name is, John. Obviously, Clements isn't happy with Rodgers saying that Celtic are going to have fun at the weekend. So, what do you think of the spat between the two managers?
I don't know. I never read any, but I did see headlines, but no the kind of headlines I'm interested in reading. I like to read about Celtic and Celtic only, really, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to people like him, he seems to have an issue with Celtic, doesn't he? Clement, whatever his name is. Whatever side of the divide you're on, he's got a different name, isn't he? But
Yeah.
I don't know if Brendan Rodgers is saying he's going to have fun at the weekend. What's wrong with that? What's the problem?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's one of these things before a big game into it. It's just one of these things that comes out in the press, I suppose. So yeah, they're fair anyway. Well, I don't know if they're fair, but you know what I mean. They're at loggerheads with each other, the managers, and it's all over the press. So we'll watch to see what happens before
As
kick
well,
off on Saturday, John.
it wasn't a problem having fun when they drew three each, was it? Or they won three each.
That wasn't a problem then. No, everything seemed to be okay then.
It was a lot of fun that day, wasn't it, for them?
Yeah,
I mean, doing stadium tour buses and all that, street tours.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I know we're only kidding, but look, at the end of the day, it's just nonsense, and it's just nonsense talk, garbage chat, as they would say
yeah.
in Stilton.
Yeah, that's it, John. Let's get into the real chat then, right? We'll park that there. That was just wee bits of news and things that are floating about over the last few days. Right, okay, John. Column is the referee. McLean is on the VAR. There's going to be some game into it.
It certainly is. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's one I've been looking forward to all week. No nervous or anything, but I will be nervous tomorrow. Well, I call him the ref. Rangers fans don't like him. They'll not be happy with that. But Celtic fans aren't that keen on the manner, really, are they?
Last time Column refereed a Rangers game, he was banned, wasn't he? So what we don't want is referee Column trying to even things up on Saturday.
No, I don't think that will happen. Uh, I think the 60,000 fans will word Celtic on to the victory, to be honest with you, Xander. Well, we don't know what's going to happen, but I've just got a wee feeling uh, that 60,000 fans at Celtic Park, it seems to do better for Celtic than it does Rangers, doesn't it? The near away fans. It is what it is. It's a derby game, Xander. Look, you don't know what's going to happen. But I think the fact that they're no fans, I don't think that will suit them at all. It does seem to suit Celtic a lot better. They've went to Ibrox and beat them with no fans. They've went to Ibrox and drew with them. Should have beat them. Should have hammered them with no fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, in that sense, I think it suits Celtic better to play with the no fans. And at home, it suited Celtic, of course, with no away fans. It doesn't matter if there's away fans there or not at Celtic Park. I think it's down to the team, really, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's down to the players on the park, John. We'll get to the players in a wee minute. Tomorrow's to be a scorching 22 degrees day, John. So it's going to be a roaster on Saturday. So hopefully the players are ready and up for it. Let's go into some team news, John. Let's go into the team news. Celtic have a full bill of health, John, going into this. No injured players, no suspended players, so that can only be good news for us.
Aye, that's always good. We talked about that last week. Full healthy squad. We've not had that all season, have we? And it's came together just at the right time, which we've also discussed in the past few podcasts. Full
Yeah.
squad, right time of the season. Brilliant.
Yeah, bang on, John. And let's touch on Rangers. We've heard all these stories before about injuries, haven't we, John? So let's run through it. Golston, and to be fair to the big man, he's out for the season, John. He'll no kick another ball. Big Golston out for the season with a knee injury. Matondo has a muscle strain. Sima has a hamstring. Um, who is this? Balogun. He's just been announced today, John, that he's injured as well. So they're going to have a sort of makeshift defence in there. So Balogun's out with a back injury as well. Danilo, he's out with a knee injury. And Cortez, is it, John? I think is the other one. He's out with a muscle strain. So that's 7 or 8 players they've got out for Saturday.
Aye, but they'll make a recovery.
Yeah.
Some of them will anyway. But I read about Balogun. He's definitely out, I think. I didn't know
Yeah.
Golson was out. That's good news because I think he holds their defence together. Connor Golson. He does the same kind of way that Carter Vickers does for us.
Yeah. 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 It's looking as though they're going to have the ex-Hearts man in the centre of defence there. I can't remember the guy.
Big soapy suitor.
That's the man, John. Cheers for that. So I don't know who else they're going to play at centre half. They must have somebody else in there that could play in that position. But that's their problem, John, not ours. We've had to go through the entire season with long-term injuries. So it's no bad news, John, I suppose, if these players are actually out injured, isn't it?
Aye. I think Matondo, if he's out, I think that's good because I've said that before away in the past. He's a half decent wee player, him. Capable of causing us problems. But if he's out injured, that's good. But I don't think he will be. I think most of them will be on the bench or start.
Yeah, we'll wait and see, John. We'll wait and see. But most of these, I was looking into the injuries. Most of them are out for 3 to 4 weeks, John. So we'll wait and see. Let's get into your prediction for lineup, John. What are you thinking for Saturday, Celtic?
Are we at that point already?
Yes, we're at that point. Yeah, we'll get to the betting a wee bit later. Just what you think the team's going to be on Saturday, John. I just want to hear what your thoughts because it's quite interesting with us having the full squad back.
Well, if we've got a full squad, use the full squad. Joe Hart, Carter Vickers, Liam Scales, Johnston, Greg Taylor, Carl McGregor, Matt O'Reilly, Rio Hitati, Dyson Maida on the left, Kyogo through the middle, and possibly Nicholas Kuhn on the right.
Right, John. That's. Do you think that's our strongest team then? No Forest.
Well, I don't think it's the strongest team of Nicholas Kuhn in it. I think Forrest on the right, but Maida has got to play on the left. Although Forrest has been doing well on the left, I think Maida's got to start on the left. He keeps Tavernier quiet, and we need him to start. So if Forrest is going to start, it's going to be on the right, Sander.
Okay, fair enough, John. I can't disagree with any of that. Totally agree with everything you said because I don't think Yang's going to be anywhere near. He'll be on the bench, I would imagine, and I think Kuhn will start over Forest, John.
I think so as well. I think he's going to start with Kuhn. But Yang's been unfortunate. Yang was bang on form when he gets sent off against Hearts, and he hasn't regained it since.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, he's been unfortunate. The boy, he's been unlucky actually. Anyway, international duty, injuries, and suspensions. It's all had an effect on that young guy's season. And what about Iwata, John? No place in the team for him then?
No the Moras under, no starting, no. I can't see it.
Okay, all right, John. Fair enough. I'm not going to run through them because I totally agree with what you said. My 1 to 11 is the exact same as yours, and the same as everybody else's, I suppose. All right, John. Let's get into some betting and odds. Let's have a wee look at this. Quite interesting, John. Celtic are round about the evens, 10 to 11. The draw 3 to 1, and the Rangers win is also at 3 to 1. So they're giving Rangers a chance if you're looking at it, what the bookmakers are saying, John.
At 3 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
As a slim chance, it's always the same. The derby games, it's always very similar odds, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's at Celtic Park. There's no fans, and if half their team is out like they're saying, I think Brendan will be having fun.
All right, mate. Kyogo to score first, 5 to 1. Ida, 11 to 2. O'Reilly, 8 to 1. Forrest, 9 to 1. Hatati, 12 to 1. John, that's your first goal scorers. And if you're looking at the Rangers players, I think they've got Dessers and Seamer both at 7 to 1 to score the first goal in the game. And take your fancy there, John. Who are you thinking is scoring the goal tomorrow?
After Matt O'Reilly's performance against Hearts, will he continue that? Maybe chances of him to bang in the first goal, but I fancy Kyogo.
Kyogo, yeah. He's scored 8 already, John. 8 Glasgow Derby goals, so he'll be going for his 9th. I'm sure that's the case on Saturday. That's a lot of Glasgow Derby goals for the wee man, isn't it? He's only been here a couple of years.
It's a half decent record, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Very
The chances of him picking up a goal and more are quite high, I think. And what was odds on Kyogo again?
5-1, John.
5-1.
Hmm.
That's no bad, no bad. I think to get any joy to that, maybe stick a wee tenner on it.
Yeah, that's it, John. I'm going to do a wee bit builder in a minute. But yeah, decent price, 5-1. Matt Riley, 8-1, John. You were saying if he continues the forums, a wee chance he could get the first goal.
Aye, Mattarelli's got a goal in him. It's always quite nice goals Mattarelli gets. He tends to show up in the derby games as well, which is good.
Yeah, he does.
So, aye, I think 8-1's half decent for Mattarelli.
Yeah, okay, John. I'll tell you what I think in a wee minute, right? And with do you want to know something, John? I've not even got a first goal scorer in a bit, but I'll tell you who I think will score the first goal. I think, yeah, it's Kyogo, isn't it? It's got to be Kyogo, isn't it? He always plays well against Rangers, John. He's always up there in about that box, and he always scores against them as well. So yeah, I think the bookies have got that one right. 5-1, Kyogo for the first goal.
Aye, I'd say so. I'm not. Well, we don't know. Anybody could pop up and score the first goal. But
Yeah,
if you're talking about favourites, you look at Kyogo's record since he came to Celtic in derby games. Aye, he's got a phenomenal record, hasn't he?
yeah. We outside bet, John. Hatate, Rattle one in for outside the box, 12-1.
Don't know. No a gambler, but 12-1's good odds for that, eh?
He's not exactly prolific or Hatate if at the goal scoring, is he? But he's always there or thereabouts, isn't he? So we'll watch his space on Saturday. Correct score, John. 2-1 to Celtic, 15-2. 1-0 to Celtic, 9-1. 2-0 to Celtic, 10-1. 3-1 to Celtic, 12-1. And finally, 3-0 to Celtic, 16-1. Think it'll be one of the days, John, where it's one of the one going on to two, going on to three, or do you think it's going to be tight and nervy the full game?
I don't know. I really don't know. We don't know what to expect. I know what I can hope for, but I don't know what to expect. They know what they need to do, Xander. Rangers know what they need to do to stay in this league. And we don't know if they've got a game plan to try and get one over on Celtic. But it needs to be a hell of a good game plan for them to get one over on Celtic, I think, to be honest with you. Because not only are Celtic on fire right now, Rangers have also got no fans there, which isn't going to help things.
Well, I was thinking about it, right? You look back to when we went to Ibrox, we're a depleted team. Nobody gave us a hope in hell, John, and we beat them, right? So that was the Rangers were hot favourites that day to win that game, and we beat them at Ibrox. We're a depleted team, if you remember. So it's vice versa, isn't it? When you look at Saturday, we're the team on form. We've got all our players back. They've got 7 or 8 players out injured. There's no Rangers fans. They're behind in the league table. Everything stacks up against them. We don't want a reverse of what happened to Ibrox, do we? That's for sure.
Well, I don't think the Celtic players are is going to be getting too cocky about this, so I don't think that's going to happen. See, Celtic players don't, they don't bump their gums before these games like Tavernier does. We're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Celtic players don't do that. So I think Celtic will be quietly confident behind the scenes right now. Hence Brendan Rodgers saying they're going to have fun. What he meant by that is probably just, we'll enjoy the game, see how it goes. But I think the Celtic players will be quietly confident right now. Are taking the full 3 points tomorrow, and I hope they are. I'm not sure they are going to do that. We don't know what's going to happen, but I think they'll be quietly confident. I've just got a wee feeling.
Yeah, see, John, that's you just pointed out the difference between the two clubs there, actually. You've got your man Tavernier. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. He's done it a few times, John, and he's always been put in his place with Celtic. And then you've got Callum coming out earlier on today asking for calm. He just wants the players to be calm. So that's the difference, isn't it? That's Celtic players don't open their mouth and spout nonsense really before the big games. They just keep everything in house.
Aye, well, That's the way every team should be doing it before a derby game. There's no point in coming out and trying to wind up the opposition, because it only generally tends to backfire on you, doesn't it? as we've seen with Tavernier.
Yeah, that's it, John. Yeah. All right, we can all wait and see. Kick off early, 12 o'clock Saturday, John. It's the build up is. I know you're saying you've not been too nervy, but I've been a wee bit nervy the last few days. It's when you think about what's at stake here, John, the £40 million at least Champions League money, and into the Champions League, not just the money, into the new format for the Champions League, straight into that, and all we need to do is beat an injury ravaged Rangers on Saturday. Sounds easier than what it's actually going to be, doesn't it?
It's going to be nervy. Both teams will be nervy. But look, I can see this. I've got a feeling it's going to be Celtic fast out the traps. The more is under.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got a feeling it's going to be one of the games, one of the memorable ones. I've just got a feeling about that. And I'm not saying I'm overly confident, but I've just got a wee feeling it's going to be one of the memorable days. Hopefully for all the right reasons.
Yeah, John, that's it. And who would have thought 4 weeks ago, John, that we would be 1 win away from clinching the league championship? There's been some turnaround, hasn't it, really?
It certainly has. And look, Rangers are still in this league title. As we speak right now, they are still in this league race. Even if they get beat tomorrow, they're still in the league race. There's still 2 games to go. And we know what Hearts is going to do. They're going to sit back. I don't know. No, you wouldn't have thought a while ago we'd be sitting top of the league 3 points. I'd rather be in our position than theirs, put it that way.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way we should all look at it as Celtic supporters. What position would you rather be in? Rangers' position or the position we find ourselves in just now? 3 points clear, 1 game away from the title. I know you're saying, John, the league's not over even with a win, but I think it's over with a win. All right, let's do this bet builder, John. Right, let's get this. Xander's bet builder.
Xander's bet
So I've
builder.
tried to make it a bit easier, right, John? If you possibly can, make it any sort of gambling. Nothing's guaranteed. So both teams to score, no. Celtic to score first, yes. And over 2 goals in the game. So there you go, John. Over 2 goals. Celtic to score first, and both teams to score, no, is priced at 6-1.
Quite slim odds in it, really.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're
6-1.
obviously fancying a chance. That's a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah, looks that way, didn't it? Because both teams to score, no, that's quite tough in itself, isn't it? Celtic to score first, there's always a chance of that. And over 2 goals, that's tough as well, John. It's no easy to score 3 goals in a Glasgow derby. But they're only giving the best price was 6-1 for that, John.
Aye, that's no bad. That's pretty slim. I mean, it's no bad in regards to being a win for Celtic.
Yeah, that's it. That's the way I looked at it. They're obviously thinking Celtic are, favourites going into this, and so the odds are quite low for the bet builder. So hopefully that's the case, John. If that happens, we're champions. Both teams to score, no. Celtic to score first, yes. So right away you've won the game, and over 2 goals, 6-1. So good luck to anybody that puts a wee pound or two on that, right, John? Score prediction time. This is it. This is the big moment you've been waiting for. Which in your thoughts just now, mate?
3-1 Celtic.
3-1 Celtic. Let's have a look at the prices on that, John. 3-1 Celtic is priced at 12-1. That's decent money. 3-1 would be amazing, wouldn't it? 3-1. I'm going to go 2-0, John. Final score 2-0 to Celtic, and I would take that all day long. I still think, I sit here thinking, talking to you, John. I think to myself, where we were 2 or 3 weeks ago, trailing them 4 points in the league. We were only playing too well, and all of a sudden it's all turned around. We find ourselves in this brilliant position to clinch the league title. What a feeling, John.
Aye. And like I says, I'd rather be in Celtic's position than theirs. So, aye, that's great. It's great to be top of the league. And I think the win, the more or less clinches the league. I know it says it's still not over, but it is over if Celtic win the Mora, isn't it? It's definitely over. If you look at the other scenarios, Rangers get a draw the Mora, it's definitely not over. Although the superior goal difference might suggest it is if Celtic are going to win their last two games. Rangers get a win the Mora, it's 100% it's not over.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at all possibilities the Mora what could happen. If Rangers manage to beat us the Mora, then we will be biting our nails. We'll say, can we beat Kilmarnock away from home, which is going to be a very hard game if that's the case. And then you've got St Mirren in the last game of the season. Still possible, of course. But what we all want in the Mora, what we're all wanting the Mora, every Celtic fan's got it in their mind right now. We want that 2-0, 3-0 comfortable win the Mora. And the Celtic fans can celebrate winning the league, I think.
yeah, that's it. It's a good feeling. Even when you say it out loud like that, we're in touching distance, but it's not over yet, as you say, John. There's a massive game on Saturday. We've got to go out there and turn up. Number one is, John, we've got to turn up. That's number one priority. If we turn up, we're giving ourselves a great chance.
Aye, well, we want to see Brendan, what he's talking about when he says he's going to be having fun. So we want to see that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. All right, John. That's the preview anyway. That's the preview done and dusted. Good luck to Celtic. Good luck to the champions on Saturday. That's all we can say. Wee bit nervous just sitting here talking about it, John. Obviously, a lot of the fans will be feeling the same way. But good luck to the boys anyway, John. We're going to do a post match on Saturday after the game, so we'll catch up with everybody on the post match. Okay, comments, John. We're going to do some comments today.
Aye, we can batter through some of them, aye. Anyway, Kevza says, red card changed the outcome of the game.
The Kilmarnock game against Rangers at Ibrox, absolutely it did. Because I think we mentioned it in the post match, John, that they were not coming into that game with a victory without that red card. So anyway, it's done. It's dusted. It's all down to us what we do on Saturday, John.
That's it. Exactly, it's down to us. We can all look after ourselves. We've been saying it all season. Anyway, thanks for that, Kev.
Kev.
Chris D says, it's no a league race if a team in that race is protected from dropping points. No sporting integrity, no wonder there's no outside investment in our game. Who's invested in a rigged match, really? A rigged league?
Just something it's a great point. He makes a lot of good points there, actually, Chris. He always comes up with these good points. Who would invest in a league, John, a championship, when this is going on week in, week out? Decisions for one team and not for the other. There's just no fair play in this league.
No, there is absolutely there's no. And Chris at the start he says it's no a league race if one of the teams is protected from dropping points. Well, we've been saying that for months, haven't we? Years even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They're
that's it.
protected from dropping points. They've had all the help, and they'll deny it and deny it and deny it and call Celtic fans paranoid and laugh and all that with their smiley faces. But the evidence is there for everybody to see. They've been getting help for years.
Yeah, the the most obvious one was Sunday there against Kilmarnock. They were never winning that game. They were never even looking like a draw until the sending off and then the 11th minute of injury time equaliser, John. They were never in that game. So that's just one example. Chris is bang on. Well said, Chris.
Aye, and thanks for your comment, Chris. I agree with everything you says. Aye, and Eclectic
Yeah.
Minecraft says 2-0 for Celtic against Sevco.
Yeah, 2-0, John. That's what I've said as well. I would take it all day, even if it's 5 minutes to go. We get a goal and then score another one after it. It would make it nervous, but I don't care as long as we get the 3 points.
Nah, just any kind of win will do me. I don't care about it as long as that end result reads a Celtic victory and the Celtic, no, the fans, Celtic players are doing a lap of honour at the end. Champions elect, if you like.
Yeah, well, John. It's for me, if Celtic win on Saturday, for me, it's over and it's party time on Saturday. I know it's not mathematically over because we're only got. It depends what the score is as well, doesn't it? If we take 3 off Rangers, the goal difference jumps from 5 to 8. with 6 points clear. So it all depends on a lot of things. But for me, win tomorrow, we're champions, and the party on.
Someone else's nostalgia. I think a live episode would be a good idea. Maybe something for deadline day on the transfer market or something like that.
Well, do you know something? If we win tomorrow, we might even go live tomorrow, John. What do you think of that?
I don't know. We'll have fun.
Just keep that in mind. If we win tomorrow, there's a great chance we'll go live tomorrow. So keep that in your notepads, folks. We'll let you know in a wee post if we're going to go live. We'll let everybody know beforehand.
Aye. Anyway, Kevza is back in again. And Kevza
Yeah,
says next week can't come soon enough. Well, the moment is now upon us, Kev.
it's right on top of us, isn't it, John? You're talking a matter of hours now before the kick-off. I mean, I'm dreading it, waking up at 5 in the morning. It happens every time, doesn't it? 5 in the morning, you've got 7 hours to wait for the kick-off. Anyway, we've done it before, we can do it again. That's all I'll say.
Oh, don't get up. The earlier you get up, the more prayers you can squeeze in for a wins under.
That's true. That's true. But hopefully, I don't wake up to about 8 o'clock. That's not too bad. See, if you wake up at 8, it's not too bad.
11:30's more like it, Night time for a cup of coffee.
I don't mind missing the first 5 minutes.
What time's the kick off? 12, is it?
12 o'clock, John. Yeah.
12 o'clock kick off, High noon. Everybody's
Right.
nails will be bitten away by then.
Yep. Scorching summer's day, John. It's written in the stars, isn't it?
Well, we'll wait and see. Well, anyway, one club since 18. I was getting carried away with my thoughts there.
I know. I'm the same. I'm just listening to you, just thinking how good it would be to get that win tomorrow, John. Yeah, one club, John. What's he saying?
I don't want to be dreaming too much and, thinking out loud kind of thing. But
That's
anyway,
it.
one club since 1888 says a massive well done to the lads on here who tell the truth and are not afraid to, unlike the PC trash everywhere else. Refreshing, keep it up, lads. Well done, Collins.
That was a nice thing to say, wasn't it? Yeah, that's Collins won last week's prize, so congratulations to Collins and the previous winner as well, Barry. Barry Murphy also commented and sent us a picture, John, of his prizes. He's over the moon with his frame print, and because he wasn't feeling too well, I gave him another wee prize. So Barry's over the moon. So thanks for letting us know, Barry, that you got that, buddy, and thank you, Collins, as well.
I know it was Michelle at Total she got her pens under. That's what it was.
Right, okay, right, John, okay. So we
Anyway,
don't know. So we don't know if Collins got his lighter or not.
haven't got a clues under. He's
All
no,
right.
they've no messaged me, so I don't know. But maybe they'll let us know. Let us know, Michelle, in the comments or send me
Yeah.
a message or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Maybe I've missed it, John. Maybe I've missed it.
I don't see it so far on here. Udif says the reason for. Sorry, I'll start again. The reason the Hearts player wasn't sent off is Celtic don't have players that cheat and roll about on the floor, unlike Cochrane at Hearts. Well, he rolled about, didn't he, for what's his name to get sent off, Young.
Yes, but we've just got to move on, John. As we said in the last podcast, we've just got to move on and let Celtic play through the cheating.
Aye. Anyway, he also says, had Taylor made out he'd been assaulted, then we might have seen a red. We need to take a lesson from Cochrane and Silver, etc.
Yeah, that's true, but the Celtic players are just too nice, aren't they? They won't do it. You look at Kyogo, he's offering his hands a friendship to all these dummy players who push his hand away. I wish the wee man would stop doing it, John. I wish he would stop trying to help people up to their feet and all the rest of it. Just walk away like every other player does.
Aye. There's nothing we can do about it, like you say, Xander. It's up to Kyogo. If he wants to act like a gentleman, it's always a nice touch, in it. At least it shows who the bigger man is at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's it, John. That's it. But he keeps getting he keeps getting refused, doesn't he? So anyway,
Aye, but I agree with you. These players should just walk away for these players after they've kicked them or whatever. Not interested if they're all right.
well, you look how many times Hugo's been lying on the ground injured, John, and the players just walk away.
Aye,
I'm
step
taking it.
near them.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Anyway, John. Any more comments?
Just step over Kyogo like he's a piece of dirt.
That's it.
Uh,
That's it.
but anyway, let's go with the comments, get this finished, Sander. Roseanne says, his name is Tim Wanacott from Bargain Hunt. Oh, Tim Wanacott. Is that his name? The guy with the moustache that looks like Terry Thomas.
Oh, aye. Tim Wanacott, that's him. Bargain Hunt guy.
Aye, his name is Tim Wanacott. I find it hard to talk about Cheat's game today, talking about the Rangers game. Just gub those vile non-entities 3-0 Celtic.
She's gone for 3-0 then, and Roseanne has got plenty of correct scores right this season, John. So hopefully she gets this one right.
Yeah, I think she's got more than me right this season. Since we started doing the correct score for the competition, she's got more than me right. Put it that way.
Yeah, she's quite good at it. She's unlucky in the draw. So I don't know if you've got your minute of the first goal in yet, Roseanne. Get your guesses in for this week's competition. It's not the correct score this week, folks. Had a few people on Facebook, John, giving us correct scores, but it's not the correct score. Unfortunately, your guess won't count. We're looking for the first minute this week competition.
Anyway,
Yep.
James Doran, always a regular. Good to see you. James says, my guesses for the first goal, just what we're talking about. My guesses for the first goal scored in the Glasgow derby are 3 minutes, and I don't want to tell everybody James's guesses, but there you go.
Yeah, a nice early goal would be nice, wouldn't it? Just to settle the nerves. That would be just like we did against Hearts. We're looking for a similar performance and result as what we got against Hearts.
Aye, exactly. We would never sell a club. Had her guesses as well. Thanks for that. We would never sell a club. Roseanne had her guesses. I don't want to tell people's guesses, Ander. I'd rather just tell people that they've had a guess. Give them a wee shout out, you know. Paul McComb says, go for it. Do a live one. I think we will, maybe if we win the league, Paul. James Donan was in with another one. We need to turn up 90 minutes. Glasgow Derby next weekend. Well, we've been saying that. We need to see more 90-minute games. What do you think of the comments, Sander? That was a whole bunch I went through there.
Aye, John. It's the 90-minute one especially. We saw our first 90 minutes last weekend, didn't we, John? We saw Celtic coming at the traps and they never stopped to the very end. It's good to see that. It was good to see it, and we need the exact same on Saturday, John. We can't afford to show up for 45 minutes. We've got to be out there for 90 minutes and injury time, and shut them down every single minute. You know, come at the traps, end the game just as fast as well, John. We just need a Celtic to turn up for over 90 minutes.
No, I think they will, Xander. I don't think there's going to be a problem with that. I think they'll be doing the high pressing more like they did against Hearts. I think it's going to be a similar performance. Fingers crossed we get the win out of it. Anyway, James O'Gorman, whatever, if it's O'Gorman or James O, I don't know, but he just had his guesses. Thanks for that, James.
Yeah, good luck, James. Good luck, pal, with your guesses, pal. Good luck with that.
Roseanne had her first and second guesses, of course, in different comments. Clunge had their two guesses. Thanks for that, pal. Mad About Football thinks it's going to be 4-0. Oof. Big predicting.
I mean, everything's set up for one of the days, but it's as you said at the very start of this, John. It's a Glasgow derby. Anything can happen. We've just got to wait and see and hope for a nice early goal.
Aye. Well, we can feel confident because it's at Celtic Park. We need Rangers fans, but like you say, Xander, anything could happen. So don't everybody get too confident. That's not the way you operate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm more confident than I would be if it was at Ibrox with no fans last derby game of the season. Really, you know, league game.
Yeah, 3 points behind.
Aye.
Yeah.
So go to look at it that way. James Doran was back in. I can't understand where all the first half injury time came from. Should have only been 5 or 6 minutes. He's talking about the Rangers game against Kilmarnock.
Of course, I mean, I was thinking about that, John. I know we're getting near the end here, but why was there so much injury time added on? Did they take the guy to the doctors and wait till he came back and then started the game again? Because 11 minutes, John, of injury time in the first half, remember? I know you said last week you've seen it in the second half. 11 minutes in the first half and they scored in the 10th, John, to equalise against 10 men. I've never seen it in my life. I've never seen it.
No, definite cheating going on there. We know that anyway. We know they're just making up. They're getting minutes for anywhere they can, and they're just making their own injury time up.
Yeah, basically it was play to score, wasn't it? Play to equalise, and then we'll blow for half time, like when you were 5-year-old.
Nah, just make up your own injury time until your favourite team gets a goal. Anyway, Fish and Stevie. I heard for Stevie in a few weeks, I don't think. Celtic have to win the home derby because they have 2 free passes. Talking about Rangers have 2 free passes against Dundee and Hearts. They'll not get a free pass against Dundee. Dundee will put in an effort there, Stevie.
Yeah, it's Dundee will keep that goal difference down, John, if it comes to that. We're hoping obviously it doesn't, but Dundee will give them a game, but Hearts certainly won't. Oh, certainly not.
Aye, and Stevie says we have a tougher run in Killie away. That is a hard game, Stevie. Uh, on that false tough surface.
Yeah,
That's always a hard game going to Kilmarnock. Have beat us there twice already this season, Xander.
that's right. That's right. That's why we need to do it on Saturday, so we can no forget about Kilmarnock, but we still need to turn up there, obviously. But we need to get 6 points clear, John, so that Kilmarnock we can afford to draw or whatever, So yeah, it's going to be tough. If we lose on Saturday, it's going to be really tough to go to Kilmarnock and get a result.
Of course it is, aye. Stevie also says the title's in our own hands. And if we fail, only team and manager are to blame. Shall be no excuses. And then he goes on at the end to talk. I don't want to read his full comment out, just try to blast through these. Hail, hail, quick edit. The real deal, aye, it's good.
Who was that, Fish and Stevie?
That was Fish and Stevie, aye.
Real deal's all right. I don't want to blank out all your other comments there, Stevie, but you're right with everything you said there, by the way. But real deal's all right. John's never seen it. I've seen it. It's quite good, quite entertaining.
It's that David Dickinson guy, innit? You says.
Aye, yeah, David Dickens. Yeah.
He gives you a fear when he puts that big brown face up to the camera. You know, it's seen a worse fake tan than that in your life.
Aye, okay. Thanks for the comment, Stevie. Cheers, buddy. It's good to have you back, pal.
I mean, where does he go on his holidays to get a tan like that, Xander?
He goes to Boots Chemist to get a tan like that.
Right. I heard it's lovely this time of year.
That sure is.
Uh,
Just before you move on to the next comment, John, anybody that wants to see some decent Celtic content, go to Barry's page on Facebook, Barry Murphy. That's right, just type in his name, Barry Murphy Celtic, and you'll see some jokes and some good wee clips on there as well. So I just thought I'd bring that up, John, while I remember.
all right. Everybody on to Barry Murphy's page on Facebook. What's his Facebook page called? Just Barry
That's
Murphy.
it, John, just Barry Murphy, yeah. Yeah, Barry Murphy's Facebook page, yeah.
If you can't find Barry's Facebook page, you'll probably find it on the Xander John page. You'll find that in
Yeah,
it. You'll see
yeah,
Barry on
John.
there.
That's true, John. You'll get Barry on there as well. It's under John's Facebook page. I forgot to mention that earlier. Have a wee look on the Facebook page, folks, because there's lots of content on there that we can't put on YouTube. So just nip over there and have a wee look.
Okay, dokie. Check Barry's content out. So anyway, next up was a new comment. I've not seen this guy here before. Michael Daly. Nice to see you here, Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Michael says, "Come on, Celtic. This clown Clement saying Rodgers was this and how." Nah, I don't know. I never heard what Clement says about Rodgers.
John, I've not heard any of the interviews. I've only gone by what I've read, so I've not heard any of it. So it doesn't really matter. Obviously, Clement's trying to divert away from how bad the manager is and how bad his team is to throw away a lead, bottle merchants to throw away a lead like that, John, at this time of the season. And he's obviously trying to divert away from that, I think.
I think so, aye. If he can't take a comment like we're going to have fun at the weekend, then you shouldn't be in the management business if that's the way you're. But apparently he said, according to Michael Daly, says Brendan Rodgers was disrespectful. All he says was it'll be fun. And that is, I mean, exactly, Michael. If a Celtic manager's saying it'll be fun, what he's talking about there is he'll enjoy the game. Like he
That's
says
it.
before
Do
every game. So if that idiot Clement can't take it, he shouldn't be in the management game. It's as simple as that. A simple wee comment like
you
that,
think?
and it's made him start fuming.
Do you think? Does Clements think that Brendan Rodgers is daft enough to say something like, "We're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to beat Rangers" before the game? I mean, come on. It's Celtic we're talking about here, John.
The guy's not got a clue. Well, he took a job at Rangers, so that shows you how much of a clue he's got, doesn't it?
That's true. No, it's just a diversion tactic, John. That's all that is.
Right. Anyway, Michael says it is a diversion tactic, Xander. I totally agree with you. It's nothing but a diversion tactic. And divert
Yeah,
the attention away from his team.
yeah,
Anyway,
that's that, John.
Michael Dale went on to say, I think it'll be 3-1 to Celtic with Hatate and Kyogo banging in the goals. And he hasn't
Yeah,
he
John.
put his times in there? He's got his
Yeah,
times in there as well.
he's agreeing with you, isn't he? Hatate, 3-1, sorry. And I thought Hatate 12-1. You got 5-1. So why don't you put a wee bet on Kyogo to score first and Hatate to score? I mean, you'd be rich if you got that right, wouldn't you?
Aye, I'll keep my cash tucked right in my pocket, Xander.
Well, I just exactly what I'm going to do as well, John. But it's just interesting to hear what the bookmakers think Celtic and Rangers chances for that. But obviously we're favourites going into Saturday, John, and you'd be daft to bet against us. Let's put it that way.
Aye, exactly. Aye, I mean, I'd rather be, like I says earlier, I'd rather be in Celtic's position than Rangers' position right now, Xander. You know, full stadium with none of your fans there and all that, top of the league. It's a good position for Celtic to be in right now, and I'm sure the Rangers fans are fully aware of that. I'm sure there'll be a few Rangers fans confident as well.
Yeah, they'll be looking at the last game, John, 2-0 down, finishes 3 each. They'll be thinking about that, obviously, won't they? But it's a different Celtic is going to be turning up there on Saturday, John. That's a team that's backed by, a full stadium of Celtic supporters pushing them on to the very end.
Well, they should also look at the fact it should have been 6-0 at half time. You
Yeah,
know,
that's
Celtic should have been out of sight there.
it's the story of season, John, isn't it? And no being clinical enough in front of goal. So hopefully we can find our shooting boots. Every single player that has a shot on goal tomorrow at least hits the target.
It's a nice sunny day, then, Maura. It's a beautiful day for finding your shooting boots under.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, perfect
That's the way I
conditions.
look at it. See, when the sun's shining, it's at the end of the season. Celtic will be in the mood. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's it, John. But just be wary. Just be wary. These referees, VAR, slightly late tackles can lead to yellow and red cards. Just be very careful and cautious of this referee as well.
I think Rangers have got to be on. They're going to have to put in some performance to beat Celtic more as under, and include the referees with that as well.
Yeah. Okay, John. I totally agree. Any more comments, John?
Very last one goes to we would never sell a club. It's Dickinson is a disgrace, awarding a red card that wasn't, and yet again bailing out Sefco when they were on the ropes. And no doubt he will be getting free drinks down at the Crown Bar. That's the last comment.
The Crown Bar. Yeah, that's where all your referees go. The Crown Bar in Bells Hill, beating Dickinson. Free drinks all round. So it was quite bad, John. We don't have to finish talking about them, but that was quite bad last Saturday because if the referee would have done his job and no sent off the Kilmarnock player, there's a chance we'd only need a draw tomorrow to actually be crowned champions.
No, this is it, isn't it? Because you don't know that it does have an effect on the season. But look, we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about the Glasgow Celtic. What happened last week's now irrelevant. It doesn't matter. The more we need to get a win. Celtic know what they need to do. They're going to be in the mood. It's going to be a sunny day. Celtic fans are going to be in top voice. And that scares the Rangers team a wee bit, I think. So I think it's gung ho Celtic the more is under.
Yeah, nicely put, John. Nicely summed up as well, John, because that wraps it up for the preview of the big Glasgow Derby in Saturday. And that wraps it up. So all I can say is good luck to Celtic on Saturday. Just go out there, do a professional job, and you'll not be too far away. So we'll catch you, John, for the post match on Saturday night.
See the more is under. Fingers crossed, mate. Hail, hail.
Right, fingers crossed, John. Hail, hail. See you tomorrow.